Okay, now please understand, when you grow up and when you are having your own firm, you may appoint certain employee. Okay, this is you, a practicing professional, and you have appointed certain employee. One employee on one fine day has come to you and he's asking, sir, there is so and so income, some XYZ income. We also don't know the name of the income. Whether this particular some random income is it taxable or not taxable. Okay. He's asking you whether this particular income is taxable or not taxable. Maybe he's asking you very rare question like, there is one manufacturer, he's selling the manufactured goods. Whatever goods he has sold, he's earning this much income. Is it taxable in India, sir? And you are saying, yes, definitely it is taxable. The second question your employee is asking, this is a little smart employee. He's asking, sir, where is it written that it is taxable? Where is it written that income earned by lawyer is taxable? Where is it written income earned by employee as a salary is taxable? Where is it written that rent from the house property is taxable? Where it is written that profit from a business is taxable? Where is it written, sir? Kahan likha hai? Batao na, ye taxable hai, kahan likha hai? So let me tell you, this is not written anywhere in income tax law. We from 1961 till 2021 are unable to find out list of income taxable in income tax law. We don't know. Yeah, we have the rough idea: salary taxable, house property taxable, this business taxable, that business taxable, but there is no exhaustive list in income tax law which gives you a list of taxable income where you can Google and you can find, okay, whether this particular income is taxable or not taxable. We don't have. Therefore, I'm telling you, whatever exists in universe, if this is the universe of incomes, if this is the universe of income, please understand, whatever exists in this universe, everything is taxable. And when I say everything is taxable, this is from very deep understanding of the law. I say my income tax law, income tax is comprehensive law. Okay, you need to understand this kind of terminology. Income tax is a comprehensive law. So what do you mean by comprehensive law? A comprehensive law is a law where everything in the universe is taxable. So if there are 10 million possible incomes, all 10 million possible incomes are taxable in income tax law. So does that mean everything that exists on an income side, in an income universe, everything is taxable? Answer is no. Whenever law is a comprehensive law, law will always create a negative list. Law will always create a negative list. That means everything is taxable except this. That except this is written in section 10 under income tax law. Okay, so we don't have list of income which is taxable in India, but we definitely have list of income which is exempt in India. Now whenever somebody asks you to justify why particular income earned by the person is taxable, you just have to ask that person, go and check list of section 10. Go and check list of section 10. If it is there in section 10, then it is exempt. If particular like agriculture income, exempt. Share from a partnership firm, exempt. Share from HUF, exempt. Income on or interest on NRE account, exempt. If something is exempt, then it is exempt. If something is not exempt, then it is taxable. Please understand. What is taxable? This is how I have to justify. Do you understand this? Hello? We don't have list of taxable income. We have list of exempted income. If something is not exempted, then it is taxable. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And this is known as a comprehensive law. A comprehensive law will always have negative list. Your GST law is also a comprehensive law. We don't know exactly what type of goods and what type of services are taxable in India under GST law, but we definitely know what is not taxable under GST law. That list is limited. So we cannot possibly by heart or we cannot possibly create a list of taxable income. We can only create list of exempted income because that is a limited list. Okay. Therefore, this point number 5 you need to remember. A point number 5 you need to remember here. All revenue receipts, please understand, all revenue receipts are taxable. All revenue receipts are taxable. Whatever is revenue, that is income. All revenue receipts are taxable unless specifically exempted under section 10. So never ask me, sir, show me the list of taxable income. I don't have that. Income tax doesn't have that. Everything in this universe which is a revenue in nature is taxable except section 10, which is exempted income. So what about capital receipt? By default, all capital receipts are not taxable. So if you take loan from a bank, not taxable. If you borrow loan from your friend, not taxable. If you issue share capital, not taxable. If your mother is giving you 2 lakh rupees to start a business, not taxable. Please understand, all capital receipts are not taxable unless specifically made taxable under income tax law. So in a capital gain chapter, in a PGBP chapter, in a salary chapter, there are selected capital receipts which are made taxable. So the law for revenue receipts and capital receipts is different. For revenue receipt, everything in universe is taxable unless it is exempted. For a capital receipt, everything is not taxable unless specifically made taxable. So when I talk about revenue receipt, please understand, when I talk about revenue receipt, you should know what is exempted. And when I talk about capital receipt, you should know what is taxable. That's the difference between revenue receipt and capital receipt. Okay. So this is one understanding that you must have. Then there is a section 9. Obviously, section 9 we will discuss in NR taxation or international taxation. This is not a right place to discuss section 9. I wanted to discuss residential status now. Apart from individual, balance residential status I will discuss today. Or it is, I don't know whether it is sensible to start any new discussion. It's not sensible to start any new discussion today. What I advise you guys, please revise. Okay. Please revise basic residential status chapter. Please revise. I will share the soft copy with you today. Please revise chapter number 2 from your own understanding. Tomorrow I will teach you residential status. Tomorrow means in next lecture. If it is tomorrow, then tomorrow. If it is not tomorrow, then some other lecture. Tomorrow there won't be any lecture because tomorrow I'm already engaged with so many lectures. I don't want to kill myself. So tomorrow there won't be any lecture. Sunday definitely we will have a lecture, but not tomorrow. So you are getting a whole day. You can study other subject, but along with that, as I have taken promise from you, if I'm teaching you 2 hours, you have to practice at least 1 hour. So please revise chapter number 2, residential status and scope of total income from whatever study material you have. And I will give you this particular handwritten notes on your group tonight. So you can read this as well. Please revise it from your own understanding. Then I will teach you tomorrow. Is it fine? First you revise, then I will teach. Is it fine? Yeah. Okay. Good. Then we will conclude lecture 15 minutes earlier today. And see you on Sunday. Tomorrow there won't be any lecture. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, sir.